Hello, friends. We are reading this poem, The Ghagra in Spade, written by Keki and Daruwala. And I am Dr. Manju Sharma, reading the poem with you. And reading also the thought that Keki and Daruwala had to suggest about nature. Primarily, his understanding of the nature is not to artificially glorify nature. He is making no attempt to glorify or speak only half truth of nature. The half truth of nature is it supports life, but the other half of nature is it takes away life as well. And this Ghagra, the river Ghagra, is no exception. It has turned angry, which it does every year. Then it changes colors, which, if not noticed, which from grey becomes overshoot coffee and then to a red wheel, and it would be so tranquil throughout the day that you wouldn't notice only that a flood is about to approach, and so tranquil it would remain that everything would stand still, the corns standing erect, their spiked shadows, the inverted trees, the birds, everything. And when the twilight thins, the road becomes black, runs into the stars, and suddenly at night the raging north comes riding on the river back. Cold encompasses the place. North is cold, it encompasses the place, and within 20 minutes, the river has spelt a nightmare, a terrible dream. People were caught in their dreams. They wouldn't know that half the street has gone into the river belly, and all those, the lights have gone off, and people have been swept away by the raging waters. And through the river, the Ghagra steers her course. So now, from that good river, from that tranquil, life giving river, it now becomes like a mad driver. It steers her course. It goes into the village. Earlier, it had only taken half the street into its course, and now it goes inside the village. Thatch and dung cakes turn to river scum. So, cottages, thatch are temporary, those um, cottages, small cottages made with reeds, made with bamboos, reeds, hay, they get uprooted. तो गांव में जाते ही सारे झोंपड़ियाँ पानी के अंदर, and dung cakes, the people who had dried them up, the animal feces which they use as fire for their fire, they get transformed into river scum. Scum is gandagi. So they form that. A buffalo floats over to the rooftop where the men are stranded. Buffaloes, because they don't drown. You must have seen buffaloes lounging in water. They go into water and they don't get drowned. Now, this poor buffalo, she has been trapped and she is making every effort to stay afloat. The water has risen to a height. Now, this tells you that water has risen to the height of a rooftop, and now the buffalo can be seen as standing adjacent to the roof where people are stranded. Stranded is isolated. लोग डर के मारे छतों पे चढ़ गए हैं. They are stranded there. 3 days of hunger. कितना जल्दी पोएट ने वो जो रात को जो आई थी 20 मिनट्स की रिवर आई थी, और अभी हमने केवल 8 लाइन्स पढ़ी हैं, इन 8 लाइन्स के अंदर उन्होंने बता दिया 3 days बीत गए. दिस हैज़ बीन, द रिवर डजेंट स्टे, doesn't go away after 20 minutes of rage. It stays there. It churns the everything of the village. Thatches have been uprooted. Only those that have pakka houses, they are on their rooftops, and a buffalo floats close to them. And this village has suffered 3 days of hunger. The buffalo has also suffered 3 days of hunger, because even she was being spun in the waters, and her udders turned red-rimmed and swollen with milk extortion. So she has not been able to feed her baby. Baby might have been washed away by the waters. So he shows to you not only the pain that the people are experiencing, he also brings to us the sight of suffering animals. A buffalo, which always delights to be in water, is now suffering the pain. Children have spirit enough in them to cheer the rescue boats. Now the word has reached the cities, and rescue boats are arriving, and the only ones who are screaming at this time are the children. They are the ones, they have the spirit left in them, because children generally, they may become fear stricken for a while, but then they start enjoying, because water is forever delightful for children. So they scream at the approaching rescue boats, and men are still life subjects, oozing wet looks. Men, they are still life. Still life means unmoving. So perturbed they are, so scared they are. They don't even want to approach the rescue boats, because they do not know with one step forward they would plunge into water. So men are like still life subjects, oozing wet looks. This wetness symbolizes a kind of dread, a kind of pain, a fear of the impending danger. They don't rave or curse. Now men, they are not raving, they are not screaming, they are not cursing, because पहली ही लाइन में बता दिया था पोएट ने, and every year, क्योंकि this is something which they witness every year, so they have become actually rather composed in a way. No, they have reconciled to this fate. उन्होंने समझौता कर लिया जिंदगी के इस एस्पेक्ट से. So they don't rave or curse, for they know the river slang. वो जानते हैं कि रिवर के पास भी अपना एक स्लैंग है. स्लैंग इज प्रिमिटिव लैंग्वेज, प्रिमिटिव साउंड. जो अनडेवलप्ड कोई स्क्रिप्ट कोई साउंड होता है, भाषा होती है, उसको हम स्लैंग बोलते हैं. तो अब नदी भी अपनी बोली बोलती है. नदी ने बोल दिया, मैं ले जाऊंगी, मैं कुछ कुछ तुम्हारा ले जाऊंगी, मैं देती हूँ, अब मैं लेके जाऊंगी. तो दे नो द रिवर स्लैंग, her argo. Argo is it is a typical kind of language which is known only to a region, and the other people do not understand it. So the river has got her own language. Now the poet is elevating the river to the dimension of a human being. He elevates the river to the dimension of a demon, of a very large monstrous force, and which has got its own slang, her own language. No one sends up prayers to a wasted sky. और सारे लोग जो छत पर खड़े हुए हैं, कोई भी प्रेयर्स नहीं कर रहे हैं. ये प्रेयर्स वेस्ट हो जाएंगी। रिवर का वाटर तो अपने आप ही सेटल होगा ना। यू कैन नॉट कमांड द रिवर टू स्टेप डाउन, टू बिकम ट्रैंक्विल, टू restore the life again. It will take its time. It did not take time to swell up, but it will take plenty of time to go back to its place. So no one sends up prayers to a wasted sky, because prayers are parabolic. They will come down with a flop anyway. So it is like, when you throw a stone up, it always falls down plop, hurting the person maybe who has thrown the stone up. So now people have become so desperate, they are so accustomed to this kind of occurrence that they do not now send up any prayers. This, when does it happen? When the rivers are in spate, when the rivers are angry. If you curse them, people, they become so stupefied that they dare not curse the river. Had they uttered a word, maybe it comes back into a doubled anger. So they don't. See, this is how nature takes a toll. Instead, there is a slush stampede outside the booth where they are doling out salt and grain. So there is a stampede. Only the people who are at a safer place, they make a stampede. Stampede is a thoughtless running over, a thoughtless running in a manner that you do not even feel that you are crushing someone over. So people are now madly, because they have been stranded, they have been isolated from the world for this long time. So now once when they get a chance to get the grain and the salt, they are again in a mad rush. क्या समझते हैं आप? नदी नाराज है, जिंदगी ले रही है, लेकिन यहाँ तो आदमी भी इस विपत्ति काल में किसी को जीवन का मूल्य नहीं पता है. Everyone is now interested in their own self. My life is precious. So these are occasions when nature becomes angry, are occasions to see how much of humanity exists in humanity. How much of a human being do you expect you remain when you have been the sharer of the same fortune with others? You want everything for yourself. A very harsh and a cruel reality has been explained, has been brought to our mind by K.K.N. Daruwala by telling to us how this river went mad. It appeared that this river is brutally killing away lifeless things. Sorry, not killing away. He is brutally destroying the lifeless things like the thatches, the cow dung. But it is also killing away people and animals. And in this stage, when there has been a complete devastation, only children have kept their spirits up. They scream to the rescue boats, and because when when rescue operations are done, they generally rescue the children, the old, and the women. So it's only the children who are doing it. And see, people are so wise. When they have a formidable enemy against them, they always check their actions. So much warned are these people that they are not sending prayers even to the skies, because they know that the sky is in a conspiracy with the river. The sky has sent the north, the sky has given more space to the river to swell up and take away their lives. So they remain tranquil. But when ultimately help arrives, they show to us that they are also destructive of each other. Beautiful poem in which Keki Daruwala is not only speaking about the violence of the nature, he is hinting at the violence among men in times of distress. This is all for today. Thank you.